I have a bit of a hot take on singing, which is that I think most of us were taught to think about it in a really unhelpful way. I've met a lot of people whose voices have genuinely moved me, who identify as not a great singer. And I also meet a lot of people who aren't comfortable with their voice at all. And I don't think it's a lack of skill or talent or effort. And I think it's something deeper that we don't really talk about very often. When I asked on Instagram and on my mailing list, the top struggles that people shared with me about their singing were lack of confidence, tension, and not being able to sing the musical ideas that you come up with. From my experience, those aren't niche problems, they are the problems. And blanket advice like practice more or have better breath support don't actually solve them. And I've been thinking about this for several years. Basically, what does it mean to be a good singer? And it led me to develop a framework that helps me understand singing in a more holistic and compassionate way. So here's a reframe that feels better to me. Let's think about singing in 3 different domains: the musician domain, the instrument domain, and the human domain. The musician domain is where we work on stuff like pitch or rhythm or musicality, just technique stuff in general. The instrument domain is where we work on breath, releasing tension, and focusing on how making sound feels in our body. And the human domain is where we work on confidence, our nervous system, and our connection with our voice. Most singing instruction is focused primarily on the musician domain and maybe a little bit on the instrument domain, but there's very little out there that helps us navigate the human domain, even though the human domain is where our confidence lives as well as our sense of self as a singer. And when our human domain is overwhelmed or shut down, no matter how good your technique is, it's not going to feel good to sing. The good news is, confidence is not some elusive X factor, and tension is not a personal failing. We can actually learn to work on these things, and when we do, we're learning to support our human domain and our instrument domain alongside our musician domain. And supporting all 3 of our domains makes our practice more nourishing, empowering, and creatively freeing. And when that happens, your voice stops being this thing you're trying to fix, and it ends up being this thing that you genuinely want to spend time with because it's so fun and you feel so rewarded working on it. To help you get a clearer picture of the 3 domains of singing and where you are within each one, I created a short self-assessment quiz. It's kind of like a personality quiz, but for your voice. My hope is that this gives you a moment to reflect on your singing and your voice. Which domain feels the strongest and which one needs the most support? There's a link nearby for the quiz, so take a few minutes and try it when you can. In my next video, I'm going to talk about how the 3 domains of singing play into practice and how you can begin working with them in a gentle and sustainable way. I hope you'll join me in exploring our voices together, because your voice is worth taking care of, and this is where we're going to get started.